let's go, Daddy. Come on. Do we get vengeance this week? Do we get vengeance after the stone bubble of 2 weeks ago? We're going to find out. I hope you're all great, man. Welcome back. It's been a second. It's been a moment in time since we've been here. I caught an illness. Not COVID. Just a cold. It got me, dude. Today is the first day back and excited to play some of the usual stuff, you know? It's Sunday, baby. Let's see what happens. It's good to me. 7-4 suited. Yeah, it's a raise. I mean, it's a good lineup behind, but 7-4 suited, it's a little bit too good, you know? If we're 7-3 suited, I fold. Sure. We go 3 ways to the flop. Ace, ace, 8 with 1 diamond. It'd kind of be nice. So there's a lot of stuff that can bet here, right? We do have the backdoor flush draw, but we're going to have a bunch of backdoor flush draws. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to hit him with the really small bet here. Just trying to rely on like straight pure fold equity in this spot with the backdoor flush draw. So I guess I'm saying that I'm going to bet every single backdoor flush draw small here. I was thinking maybe my hand is a little bit too weak to want to bet, but we give it a go, and it works out great. So that's happy news. Prebin opens, ace-jack-o. It's a good 3-bet spot, I think. King-jack offsuit. Jonathan P goes for the open. Some flat 3-bet and fold, probably. I'm going to flat this time. I don't know if we'd fold king-jack-o ever small blind here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like 3-bet or flat, which is fine. And we call on the small blind, check at the flop, 8 on the turn. I think we want to go half pot value here. Oh, there's double flush draws. Actually, we want to go big. I think we want to go big here. I think we want to go polarized. There's a way to make it so that it's at least financially rewarding to where I can put a lot of time and effort into it, but I don't have that solution yet. Work with them, you know? Thought process. This is a really terrible spot for us. We call with 7s, and then we just fold the turn, and I almost want to fold the flop. Maybe we can fold the flop, honestly, but like it's, I don't know. It's got to be close either way. It's not like we're losing a ton of EV calling the flop or folding the flop. It's going to be pretty neutral. Call and fold. Raise 3-bet. We're going to 4-bet here all day. Nothing to think about. Just all in. Kings against 10s. For not quite 2 million, I think it's a little bit less. It is full 2 million. Let's go. I'm going to have a little bit of lunch. It is very hot, but let's just play a pot or two. And then I'm going to cut to break a little early. I'll leave it on the table, on the grand for you. But I'm just going to have lunch while it's hot, so we can have energy for the whole day, man. For the whole day. Raise 3 bets. First impression is 4-bet jam with ace-queen suited, button versus cutoff. We get a 4-bet all-in from Nicholas Estet. I think I am calling here. I think this is probably the bottom of my range. I think we're folding ace-jack. But ace-queen's pretty good. Ace-queen suited. Especially in these positions. So, yeah. Big moment here, chat. This is for a 4 million stack. Plus, good luck. We're flipping. Flipping against one of the best. Ace-queen or 10. Oh, let's go, Daddy. Come on. Do we get vengeance this week? Do we get vengeance after the stone bubble of 2 weeks ago? We're going to find out. Welcome back. Let me put the camera back on. We are on the bubble. The 1K grand. Not good vibes. We bubbled 2 weeks ago. Stone bubbled with ace-king. Ouch. Not this week. This week we win it, okay? First place is going to be 16,600. We're in a decent spot. Let's make it count here today. Okay, Daddy. Open the 7s. How would you react to a situation like that? Because I literally got super mad. I mean, re-enter, basically. Like, what are you going to do? This is a big 3-bet. How deep are we? We're 50 blinds deep. It is a big 3-bet, but I think we have some pretty good implied odds here, so we should call. And swing and miss. Yeah, like, I've had that situation happen before where you just, you know, I mean, it reminds me of like aces versus kings all in pre-flop in a cash game, and but we still need 2 people to bust out. And it could be us really easily. It could very easily be us because we're trying to win the tournament. It's 16 grand for the win. Min cash is 2,200. And the thing is, in this small field, winning pots does significantly increase your chance of winning the tournament. So, speaking of, I think it's a good 4-bet spot. They are 21 or 22 blinds deep. Ace-5 suited is a great bluffing hand. When they have kings, we still have like 30% equity or whatever, but they're going to fold a lot too. So yeah, we'll just 4-bet jam here. Good luck. It is aces, though. It's really the hand we don't want to see, as we are going to get knocked all the way back down to 1.5 million. Just flat aces, dude, but just don't flat kings here. The thing that's annoying about this is like it's hard to get action when you jam for 19 blinds. You just don't have that many hands that call, and we want to call with kings. Queens, I think all in here. I don't think there is any other choice with queens specifically for 19 blinds against a 15 blind stack, 14.5. Okay, 2.6 million. Jamie, you just hit my table. Let's go. Poker the real truth. Good luck. We're up to 3 million. Good fight back here, chat. We're in 12th place now. No, we're in 9th place now. What do we want to do with jacks? Mostly 3-bet. Like, you could definitely flat here some too, in theory. But it's mostly 3-bet in this spot. And I think we 3-bet bluff a lot. So let's make it 600, I think is good. Planning to stack off, you know, like, yes, risking it on the bubble, 9 of 15, but like jacks are a great hand. You know, hijack against button, jacks are a great hand. Definitely a hand worth rumbling for. Is there any way we can fold? If it's like a 4-bet all-in call, then sure, we can fold. But a 4-bet all-in here, can we fold? No. A 4-bet all-in from Andre, can we fold? No. Like, we still think we did the best hand most of the time. So yeah, very high variance, high risk spot that is sort of mandatory. We don't really have a choice here, from my point of view anyways. I really don't like the amount of time that they took. Like I said, we've already made a decision. I don't like how much time they took there, though. It seems nutted, but like, I don't think we're folding jacks on the button, so on the bubble either. Good luck. Yeah, yeah. That amount of time is just like kind of nutted, man. Come on, let's go. Come on. 5.7 million. We are in the money. Let's go, chat. Come on. Come on, chat. We are in the money of the 1K grand. 5 of 13. Trying to win it all. Can we? Hopefully. I hope so. Hello, everyone. I think I have the coolest piece of poker software you've ever seen today. It is called Hybrid Poker. Brand new piece of poker learning software where you test your score against myself, against Daniel Negreanu, against Bill Perkins, and see how you score against the 3 of us, as well as other poker players as well. But Hybrid Poker learns about you, the player, this is really cool. As Hybrid Poker gets to know you, it's going to tell you what to work on. There's a link to the IQ test down below. Try it for free. I think you'll like it. So try it out. Do we flat this hand? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's play this first. Let's play this hand first. They bet a quarter. We call and turn a queen. How about that? I think fold to the double barrel here would be fine. King X is probably the most likely bluff hands here. King Jack, King 10, King 9 suited, King 8 suited are like the hands that are going to bluff most often. More so than like 9-8, I would say, probably. So I think a fine fold in the turn. Lose 2 pots in a row there, but gets it. We're on the final table. There we go. We are down to 9. Just like that, chat. Just like that, baby. Final table hype of the 1,050 grand. Coming to the final table, 7 of 9. Feeling pretty good about it. Now, we have some interesting recent history in this tournament. We had a second place this tournament, you know, about a month ago. 2 weeks ago, we stone bubbled all in with ace king suited on the button into aces. Stone bubbled it. This week, we're 7 of 9. First place is $16,600. Is it our moment? Can we win it? Now, as you can see, our stack is not great. Rayan here, chip leader of the tournament, sitting on 18.5 million. That's a lot of millions. Plenty of millions, to be honest. So we're at a big chip disadvantage to that. But there's a bunch of us sort of bunched up here. 3 million, 2 million, 3.5 million, 3 million. So 4 of us near at the bottom. The mid stacks, I'd say, 6 million, 7 million, 8 million. And then the big stacks, 18 and 13. So kind of 3 groups in my head anyways. I like to group it up like that for fun. Kings against queens, wow. And tarot. Was one of the short ones, I think? Yeah. Okay, so they both cover us now, which is not ideal. Fold the 3-8 to the all-in. As all the shorties double, and we are now in last place. But basically 5 of us tied. 4 million, 3.5 million, 4.7, 3.5, 3 million. It's all the same diff, isn't it? Wow, jam and a call. We're probably going to have a bust out of B. Warrington here. This is a massive call. It's a 22 blind jam. Wow. Jacks win. We are down to 8. Moving on, 7s. Dimitar raises to 440. I think as the clear shortest stack here, this is going to be an all-in. If someone 3-bets us before, then we fold, right? But I think we want to play this. It's my first impression. Is there any argument for... Like, flatting's not really a thing here, I don't think. I don't think we flat anything in the small blind on 12 blinds in this spot. Okay, we fold. The thing that really sucks about this is obviously, like, this is a raise in the hijack. So they don't really raise 2s through 6s. They're not going to call off 2s through 6s. But we're in a spot where we can't flat anything. It's just like jam or fold, basically. I think. But anyways, the jam on the button makes it a fold, and we avoid a spot where it's like, oh, I don't really want to actually even do this with 7s, even though it's a pretty good hand. It's just like when we get called, we're losing, flipping at best. Renan opens. Venceslav is all in for, holy smokes, 27 blinds. BigJams.com. Bigjams.com. Jack 10, we're going to defend here in the big blinds. I think definitely a good enough hand, especially 10 blinds deep. I don't think there's leading here. I don't think we need to lead in the spot. I don't think we're going to be folding, given there's 1.1 million in the middle. But how do we want to play it? We can check raise and deny equity, but really we're just denying an ace here. That's all we're denying. Third Jack 10. If we had like Jack 5, we'd just check raise. Jack 10, we have second pair. We just call. And I don't think we fold now. That queen makes it less likely they have a queen. There's still the club draws, there's the spade draws, there's the straight draws. And we didn't check raise flop, which means we don't have queen 10, we don't have queen 9. 7 on the end of clubs. We check. Too thin to value bet, so check and then decide. And if they jam, decide if they have enough bluffs, basically. I think we should probably call. Just how likely is it that they check a queen on the turn? Not super likely. King, Jack, Jack 8. Probably just continues barreling, I would think, most of the time. Raising in the cutoff. I would think they would just bet clubs again, probably. We also play our hand pretty passively, and like we're pretty high up in our range too, when you think about it. Like what gets to the river like this? Queen X can get to the river. Trip queens. You know, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if we can fold. I mean, we can also just check raise flop and get it in, right? But not, we've played our hand very passively, and it's not a line people take as a bluff that often is kind of the problem here. But we have a good hand too. Would we rather have like 10-8 with a club? You know, that's the thing. I don't really know here. I don't know what to do. I'm really torn in this spot, actually. I'm gonna fold. I really thought I was gonna call, but at the end of the day, it just came down to like, man, do I think that our opponent check bet bluffs enough? And the answer is no. I don't know if it's a good fold. I don't know if it was the right fold in this spot or against their strategy, but we live to fight another day. We have ace queen, and we're going to hopefully get those chips back we just lost. Good luck, ace queen. Here we go. It's going to be for 3.5 million. To get back what we just lost, but unfortunately the king on the flop, we need a heart, ace or queen. No, GG. GG, guys. 28-22 is our cash in the grand. And I mean, kind of dictated by that last hand, dude. Like, there's not a lot to talk about this one, but this king jack is, this jack 10 is really interesting. You know, we have 11 blinds. We're quite short. You know, we're very short. Bet on the flop. We can just check jam it in there. It's fine, right? Like, we get it in against club draws, against queen X, against better tens, and against like jack 9, right? But some of these hands check, you know, some of their 10x checks, some of their 9x checks back on the flop and doesn't bet in the first place. So I don't think check raising really accomplishes that much. You know, will we check raise with jack 5, like I said, where we just have the open ender, but we can actually get some better hands to fold? I think that's a great idea, right? With club draws, great idea. With a queen, I think most of the time, yes. Although some queens you could flat, but most of the time I think check raise makes sense. Queen X of clubs, maybe like with one club, you'd maybe check call here. So yeah, I decided to call. I like that. I think that's a good strategy in the flop. Turn is great. Check, check. River's the 7 of clubs. We check, they jam. It's, I don't know. Like, they raise in the cutoff with the chip leader behind, so they're going to have somewhat of a tighter range. They will have hands they can bluff for sure. Definitely. We'll have hands that can bluff. And we might be getting owned here. When we check twice, they're just thinking like, ah, man, Jamie's like super capped. He can't have any good hands. I'm just going to bluff here. In which case, like, mission successful. You know, we are super capped. But also they could just have it too. They could just have clubs. They could have trip queens that they turn to the turn and they're just like, okay, I'm queen jack, I'm protected, or king queen, I'm protected in that if a straight comes in, I've got the straight or I've got a full house. So I'm going to check it back, you know. So yeah, it's a really tough one. I'm not convinced either way. Especially with a hand where it's just like in pure chippy V, you can just get it in on the flop. It's not a mistake. I don't think it's the most profitable line, but I think it's not a mistake. So I don't know. Close. Either way, at the end of the day, fine result, right? Fine result. I'm okay with it. And we can live to find another one, but it's a very interesting hand. And hopefully those of you that watch the highlight enjoyed it.